All right, everyone, welcome back to the Cooldown Lap podcast, episode 2, with your host, Jogpaul, and
Garrett Bramwell. Let's go.
what's up, people? Yeah, it's been a long week. A lot of things been happening, and I want to say thank you to everyone for supporting our Instagram page and our reels. We've gotten quite a bit of exposure through that, and things blew up a little bit, so it's a great start.
Heck yeah, man. We're learning with each week that we're putting out, and it's exciting just to see the interaction and to get to learn, with you guys in the community as the start of the season kicks off. It's a rumor mill, and there's things that are changing by the hour, by the day, and so we might get some stuff right, we might get some stuff wrong, but we'll learn and laugh with you guys as you go through the season and enjoy it as it goes. Joggy, some big stuff happened since we chatted last. There were a couple of car launches, and we want to go through that today. Check out some of the liveries, chat a little bit from a umbrella view about some of the rumors around the power units and what the different teams are putting out, and then make some woefully, so far, uneducated predictions about how we think this season's going to go down, and wrap it up explaining with what we're planning on doing as a wager to put each other's predictive skills under the gun this year.
Yeah, I mean, what fun is a bet without a good wager to, go with it? So I'm excited. We're excited. Oh, we're not so excited to tell you
we're
what's
we're
going to be
excited to be
happening.
the winner of the wager and watch the other person
Garrett,
take the hit.
I feel so bad for you now, man. It's gonna suck, but I'm gonna enjoy watching you.
Like, yeah, buddy, get the shit talk in now, get the excuses in later, and we'll watch you go through with it. It'll be good.
We'll see how it goes. But talking about the presentation, the car launches, I guess we'll kick it right off with Red Bull and VCARB. And since you're wearing the hat, let's see what you have to say about that.
So, as anyone who watched probably saw, Red Bull kicked it off in very Red Bull fashion. This time bringing it back to Detroit, though, with their new title sponsor, Ford. They really wanted to bring it back to the roots and explain the passion behind what was driving this project. And it was pretty captivating. And they really stepped into it with a hell of a lot of confidence, which was nice to see from a team when we're, unsure of how the regulations are going to go. But they walked through a super cool presentation that even involved the Oracle glasses to walk us through what their power unit was going to do this year, walk us through the virtual nuts and bolts of it all, albeit a little bit of a weird format. It was pretty entertaining to watch them go through that and explain it all. And then they kicked it off with a pretty unique but incredibly Red Bull way of unveiling the car. I don't know if you saw that. You were watching, right?
Yeah, I was
They
watching the unveil for sure.
Yeah, they took a plane, flew it down a runway, and used the plane to rip a tarp off the car to show everybody what was up. It doesn't get much more Red Bull than that.
No, it was very Red Bull, but I was actually hearing from a lot of people that were watching around the world. They made it seem to be a live show, a live launch, but it was actually pre-recorded. Did you know that?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you
Because
did, eh?
there was a lot of images that had leaked about what the livery was going to look like before that even aired, and I think that was true for a couple of the car launches. But
Yeah.
they got
So,
to make sure it goes off flawlessly, and that Max doesn't make too many jokes about people checking out his ass while he's on stage.
that was good fun. I saw that, and it's been going around in Instagram and everywhere for sure. But yeah, I just found that interesting that even when I was tuning into it, I'm like, oh, this is live. It's gonna happen right now. But I guess like you can't keep a secret like that, especially when you have a crowd of people in there with their phones and everything. It's gonna leak, right? So
100%.
let
It was cool though, man. The deliveries really brought it back to a very cool part of the Red Bull history. I think Red Bull's caught a whole heck of a lot of flack over the last many years for their incredibly unique presentation every year. Their Control C, Control V methodology
yeah.
behind creating liveries, and this is a nice throwback. They threw it back to the Sebastian Vettel area. They really pulled back a deeper blue. They, brought some really cool detail into paintwork and I think really put up a unique livery, which will be cool to see on track.
Yeah,
I know
well,
that they, really didn't show us anything other than the show car. So what they're going to bring to the track could look completely different. Uh, but to try to be as cool as the young kids out there, those guys cooked, man. They brought a damn cool livery to the stage this year.
somebody called us out on Instagram, and I thought it was so funny. It's like, is this you trying to be Gen Z? And I'm like, oh my God, they're on to us.
They're
They know
on to you,
we're old.
buddy. 100%.
But yes, they definitely did cook. Um, I mean, this is beautiful. Like the blues, even the contrasting yellows, the original, like, just the bowl, the logo. It just flows so well, and I just love that they brought that like, I guess this is like a gloss metallic finish, rather than the matte that they usually go for. What would you say this is?
Well, I'm not a painter, but I'd say you're probably pretty right. That looks pretty glossy to me. I
Yeah,
think what this was a statement. We just don't know what kind of statement it was yet. You see a
yeah,
lot of talk online that says this probably means one of two things. Either they made a really fast car and they're not worried about how much paint's on it, or the car is going to be incredibly slow, but they want to get the most out of their sponsorship money as possible. So,
yeah.
I'm excited to see it. It's damn pretty. I just hope it's damn fast as well.
Well, I mean, if we know one thing about racing, I mean, this used to be a racing joke back when I used to work on my Mustang and whatnot. The more stickers you have on, the more horsepower you get. So hopefully all these stickers translate.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, usually does. More stickers, more sponsorship means more money, right? So that means your car goes faster.
100%. And there was, I mean, that picture there shows a three. I know there were a bunch of rumors going around that they'd put a one on the car for launch day. At this point with AI and everything else, it's pretty hard to really understand what's true and not. But it was pretty funny seeing some of those clips where they had a one on the car just to start putting a statement to some of the other teams early on.
That and it seems like they made another statement towards Ferrari too. It seems like they're making a lot of statements. Did you see that?
Yeah, man, their social media teams kicking off with Ferrari saying built in the dark, driven in the light, and Red Bull kicking back with built in the light, also driven in the light.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, making a laugh and saying, "Hey, that's probably why Ferrari's not that fast. They're building the damn thing in the dark."
Yeah, yeah. You need some light to build a car, I feel like. It's probably more efficient.
100%. But that thing looks damn fast. I'm excited to see it on track. It's going to look like a blue ball of fire going by this year, I hope.
Oh, for sure. And I gotta say, like the whole car, I think the statement of that kind of bright catching blue, it works with the Ford logo, and it just like goes hand in hand with their branding. And I think it's gonna be an exciting partnership to see for sure.
100%, man. Ford's a big dominant team in a lot of different parts of racing, and it's cool to see them resurge back into F1. Hopefully, with a statement in the first year. Is Max going to go 19 for 23? I don't know, but I'm excited to see if they can emulate 2022, 2023 at all.
Oh yeah. And real quick, how do you feel about their new kit?
Dude, I was not a fan when I saw it at first. I know you were
Really?
a fan. I saw it, I was like, oh, they ruined that. The old Red Bull kit was way better, but it might grow on me.
Yeah, somebody brought this up in F1 troll page. They're just like, they put the kit beside like those old bus seats, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it looks pretty identical, like this portion right here to the bus seat. I'm like, oh no, now I can't unsee it. It just looks like a
100%.
bus seat to me.
What'd you think of
Um,
the Racing Bulls when they dropped?
let's take a look. Racing Bulls, my initial thought, Control C, Control V. So it looked very similar initially, but it kind of grew on me. Like again, like with the logo, the contrast between like the carbon and the white. Like I personally have a bias. I like the white cars, and we're gonna get to that a little bit. But yeah, it off the bat, it seemed very similar. It seemed very familiar. Whereas Red Bull, even though it's similar colors, it seemed like they made it different enough to be eye-catching and exciting.
I mean, this is eye-catching and exciting, but for me, it kind of looks like a Lego car. Like it looks exactly like what you would buy off a store shelf, not something you'd see on the F1 track. And it might just be the wheels. If they have black wheels, I think it'd look a lot
Yeah,
closer to what I expected. I think the white wheels are catching me off guard a little bit.
that's true. I saw people talking about the white wheels, and now that I look at them, like I can definitely see that, but they also do look cool. Like the white car, the white wheels. I'm not gonna lie, it's not a bad look. It's not a bad. It does look toyish. I see what you're trying to get at, but it definitely, now that I noticed it, it looks not too bad. It looks not too bad. Hopefully it's fast. I know it does. It is good at spinning out, from what I heard. Arvid Spinblad spun out the car, but it was also
Poor guy.
a very poor weather conditioned day. And other than that, yeah, I don't have much more to say about the VCARB. It looks good. It looks good. Um, again, did they have a matte car last year too?
I can't remember if theirs was matte, but it was very similar. It was very similar.
It was similar. Yeah. And to some people, this is peak. So um,
I disagree, but that's okay. We don't
that's
all
okay.
have to
Yeah.
agree.
We don't all have to agree. That's for sure. I'm seeing if there's any other angles of the car. I guess this is just the launch video.
Let's launch video. We are good. Let's kick it over to the Haas.
Okay, let's talk about the Haas. So first thing is they're just straight to the point, eh? Like I'm like, oh, when did the Haas launch happen? They're like, it happened on Instagram. They posted. That's it.
There's a heck of a lot less of a performance.
Yeah, it was, and I think they're known to do that. They're known to just be like, here's the car, here it is.
But it's good,
Um,
dude. It looks pretty as hell. Like it's simple, it's sleek. I like the red and black.
I really liked it. I really liked it, and there's something about that side profile, like this picture, the shot, like it just looks like a rocket. Like it looks so sleek.
And that new GR logo there on the side looks awesome.
What is that? That's Toyota. What is it? Gazoo Racing?
Yeah, man. So
Gazoo Racing.
yeah, it's everyone's prediction is Toyota's gonna enter the grid and it's gonna go through the Haas team, but for now that's their soft launch, if you will.
So you're sorry, you said that they're gonna enter the grid?
I'm not saying that's gonna happen, but that's the rumor that people are saying that this is the soft launch, that eventually Toyota will come in and take this team just like Audi took Sauber.
All right, you heard it first from Dr. Garrett Bromwell. Yeah,
Exactly.
quoted.
We're we're making quotes. We're saying facts as
We're
opposed to
saying,
random predictions. Everyone on the internet's gonna get all mad at us. Here we go.
yeah, it's okay. They already got a little mad at a few things, but that's okay. That's what the internet's about. Okay.
100%.
But yeah, I heard the same thing that they're kind of working their way into, potentially maybe one day owning a team, if not the Haas team. And obviously Haas is a promising approach to it all, but that car looks cool to me. It looks, and like I said, I like the white look, but like the white, the black, the red, it just flows, I think, a little bit better than the V-carb with the yellows added in and a little bit more going on. Um,
100%. It looks classy.
yeah, and it just works so well. The fact that Toyota Gazoo Racing is just, if it blends right in, it matches. It's like built for this car.
100%. Takes us back to almost that Marlboro car.
Yeah, yeah. Was that the McLaren?
Pretty sure that was the McLaren, but it looks
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
It's good.
It looks cool. Yeah, no, I really like it. Let's go on to
The real
Audi.
McLaren, which is the Audi.
Oh man, let's take a look.
Okay, before we
Um,
look at the car though, let's talk about the kit for these guys, man. Like, does it get any better than that? Adidas coming in and dropping a kit like that?
can I be honest with you? Like, it gave me like soccer jersey vibes.
100%. It looks good. It looks good. Adidas is here, man.
Yeah,
Adidas
Adidas is here.
is a
Yeah,
soccer gear company, man.
yeah, it
Like
is.
that's
It
what they're known
is.
for. And there's something classy about just like a sleek, like we're sponsored by Audi. We're not
Yeah,
sponsored by 72 different companies. It's
that is true. That
it's
I
nice.
think
It's slick compared
it's
to,
clean.
albeit I love Red Bull. Look at their freaking shirts. There's like 100 things on it.
Yeah, but isn't racing supposed to be like have that look with the sponsors, the brands, you know what I mean? Like that's I feel like that's like iconic racing though.
It is, but I think it's a bold, bold statement. Your first year on the grid and going, we're Audi. What else do we
Yeah.
need? Like, here we are.
I mean, listen, like if anyone can make a statement like that, it's Audi. Like they are big enough to do it. You know what I mean?
100%.
Like they got money. They got a lot of money.
And they're German. It's crisp. It's exactly what you
Yeah.
expect from Germans.
And you know what? Like they're well known in the motorsport, you know, so in various different forms of motorsport, they're very successful. So they're just here to conquer another playing field.
But the Audi R26, ooh, she pretty.
She is. Yeah.
Everything
Yeah.
from like the nice silver gloss along the side to the transition from orange to black to the almost orange hue within the front of the pods.
It's clean. It is a clean looking car.
I heard someone say it kind of looks like when the printer runs out of ink, which I thought was hilarious. But
I see it.
but to me,
Oh
it's just
man.
crisp. I really like it. Like if it's anywhere near as fast as it is clean, it's going to be a good year for the boys in that car.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially
It's
with Okenberg getting the $50,000 bonus a point. You know, this could be the next Kimi Räikkönen. This could be the downfall of Audi, the same way they
yeah.
almost bankrupt Lotus. I think Audi's probably got some deeper pockets to be able to fund that, but I
I
think
think they'll be okay.
I think the math on it was if he wins a race, he earns $750,000 on one race as a bonus
That's crazy.
on one race, not winning, not taking a championship, just on
Winning
coming
one
first
race.
in one race. So you can imagine if this car comes out and you know pulls a Max Verstappen and ends up 19 out of 23 races.
Yeah,
That's a big bill.
that is a massive bill. Not enough to put Audi out like Lotus, but it's gonna be a very big bill for sure. But going back to what you were saying, like I guess the car is very similar to I guess the kit. Like not a lot of sponsors. Like it seems very clean. Like even when we're looking at just the bodywork of the car, like there's not a lot of other cars that have this much real estate on it, eh?
This is the opposite of Red Bull, man. This is the statement of, we're going sleek, maybe we're going fast. Or, oh shit, we're going to be slow. We better strip as much off this as we can to try to get that extra tenth. Who knows?
That's crazy. The paint and the weight can make a difference. That is
Yeah,
like that is like crazy to me think that like it goes to that extremity that that's how detailed this sport is, which is why again we're here talking about it because it's just so fascinating.
100%, 100%.
Oh man. No, it's a good looking car. I'm excited to see it go, you know, and I blame those meta glasses for making it sound like a TIE fighter, and not AI. So, hopefully, you know, it doesn't sound like it does through those meta glasses because I felt like something was off.
I think it's gonna turn and burn. If Audi's got anything to say about it, it's gonna turn and burn.
Yeah, for sure. And then I guess from Audi, we had some of the engine launches, right?
Yeah, we had Red Bull drop their power unit. We talked about that a little bit. Again, it's still a big unknown on how it's going to go. But you were watching the Honda power unit a little bit more closely than I was because it's intimately tied to your team that drops here in a few days. But what do you think of the Honda power unit? How are you feeling ahead of the new season?
Yeah, it looked really good. It seemed like a very confident presentation of their engine. Now, there's a lot of speculation going around. There has been some rumors going where the engine isn't where it needs to be or where they want it to be, right? So, backtracking on Honda, Honda was working with Red Bull, but up until 2021, right? So, the last stint of pretty much Honda's engines with Red Bull was with limited changes that could be allowed to those engines as per the rules. So basically, they were given a set amount of engines, but they can only work so much on them in terms of changes. So they weren't really producing were working on the engines until now that they're working with Aston Martin Racing. So
But it was one of the most dominant engines in the last 10 years. So
it really was, but
they've got good
they,
history.
yes, yeah, for sure.
The resume is
Unfortunately,
long.
what's that?
The resume is long.
The
Stick with
resume
it.
is very long, and definitely the potential is there. It's just unfortunate that they stopped working on it and they pulled out in 21, right? So it put them a little bit behind. So when coming back into it, with brand new regulations, it's a whole new ballgame, right? For everyone, right? That's the whole purpose of this. So the engine itself, from my understanding, due to them removing the MGU-H unit, which is basically using the overall heat to reproduce power for the battery, regenerate energy for the battery. They use that to also kind of, I guess, start up the fan for the turbine for the turbocharger for the boost of the car. And basically, what that led to was taking that out. I guess it's creating a somewhat of a gap in power, in terms of efficiently getting that started up at the right time to time it up with the engine. So, from my limited technical understanding, the battery is in a good state and a good spot, but the combustion side is lagging and is not where they want it to be, right? So, again, obviously in the presentation, it's all pretty. It's all, hey, we're good. A lot of confidence, a lot of, proud representation of two teams that have, obviously a lot of money, a lot of pride working together, Aston Martin and Honda, which again, I'm still very excited about. They have some time to, pull it together, but rumors say that they will be, pushing it very close, very, very close. So,
I think
uh,
most teams in this new era are going to be right. You look at Red Bull powertrains, and they're talking about, starting literally from scratch. And the first steps of this new regulation was figuring out where the hell they wanted to build a building,
yeah.
going and building it from the ground up all the way to trying to have an engine on race day. That's no small feat. So I think a lot of teams are going to push it to the wire. I think a lot of teams are going to complain about the progress they're making until we see them on track, and that'll make the shakedown and the Bahrain test just that much more special when we get to see how everything starts to shake out at the start of the season.
And you know what? I actually do want to show the powertrain a little bit too, because I just think it looks beautiful. And you don't need Oracle glasses to look at it. They're very
That's
straight to the
it.
point, right? You don't need any fancy 3D, but like, it looks pretty. That's the whole presentation that was going down. But isn't she pretty? Look at
It's a
that.
nice
Like,
shot.
I
It's a
don't know
nice
anything
shot.
about engines, but it's shiny.
It's shiny. It looks new. It's got a big ass battery on the front of it. It looks
Yeah, it
ready to
has big
go.
ass battery. I love these Fernando memes. There's reels, the GIFs, but I don't even know what that is. Looks pretty.
Yeah, I wish I'd taken an aerospace engineering course so I could understand what I was looking at, but that's for future video. We'll make sure that we circle back once we have a little bit better technical understanding.
Yeah,
But for
we'll
now,
get back
she
to you on that.
she looks good.
No,
Uh, we're talking about making predictions for the season, though. We're talking about the excitement coming up, and we're going to start that off with talking a little bit about this wager that we've set up, what the stakes are, how we're planning on tracking, our predictions over the season, and then locking those in, at least the pre-test predictions, so that people know what to hold us accountable to and can track along with who's going to win this thing.
yeah, I think it's important to tell people that we're going to be doing obviously a lot of predictions. But this pre-testing prediction is going to be one of them. And then after we see the testing, we'll do another prediction based off of the car's performance that will be kind of solidified list of what we think is going to happen throughout the season. This is kind of like the cherry on top. At the end of the season, we'll use this one to see if we scored some points or not, but it won't be the one that makes us or breaks us. That'll happen throughout the season for sure.
So, what's the wager? What are we putting on the line
Oh,
to prove who's the king of the season?
let me screen share it so people know that this is serious, serious business. How much this podcast means to us because we are willing to go to the extremities for this. Please let me know if you can see it. Can you see it?
No, not yet.
Oh, you
Gotta
can.
throw up the
Okay.
whole
I'm
scene.
just building up the suspense. Just keep talking about it. Build up the suspense. This
So,
is
so
how much we love. Go
this
ahead.
challenge was built off of the night we were planning this podcast and a side tangent we ended up on, which was, of course, watching Hot Ones and
Boom.
realizing that both of us are inept at handling crazy amounts of spice. Obviously, myself being far less adept than Jogpaul, given the whiteness of my heritage and the lack of spice in our lineage.
Yeah.
But we've committed to doing a pretty thorough uh, challenge with the last dab. You know, we've watched a
Yeah.
lot of celebrities struggle with the last dab. You know, borderline cry on live television after eating it,
Can you
and
see this?
apparently struggling as bad as that guy. And we're going to see if we've got the medal at the end of the season to look, you know, a little bit better than that guy.
Oh
And
my God.
so at the end of this season, we're going to tally up the points from the predictions that we made at the start, after testing, and then on a weekly basis. And the winner gets to watch the loser suffer as they eat
Yeah.
a hot wing smothered in the sauce, following the rule of the last dab, adding a little bit extra on top. And we didn't decide, are we letting the person have milk or sweet tea, or is this a sit and suffer and deal with it kind of moment?
I feel like we should set like a small timer to it. Like be like, hey, you gotta sit for like 30 seconds or like a
Gonna
minute.
sit for a minute before you reach for the
Yeah.
milk. I think
Before you
that's
reach the milk.
okay. You heard it here first. Whoever loses this, sitting for a minute with the last dab, riding that high before you're able to turn to the palliative care of milk and sweet tea.
It is so easy to make these rules up now, but I promise you, when the season goes on and one of us know it's gonna happen, we're gonna regret these rules for sure.
100%. You read the fucking label, it says spice level 11 out of 10, and the first picture is some dude curled over into a ball. Like that's not going to be fun. That's
That
not going
picture
to
is a savage. Whoever left this picture here is a savage.
But what you'll notice is that's a 5-star review.
Oh, it is a five-star review. Yes,
So
it
we're
is.
getting ourselves into something stupid, but good luck to the loser of this bet. Okay,
Yeah,
let's
good
lock in these
luck.
bets. Let's lock in these predictions from the
Let's do
pre-test
it.
before we have any tangible idea of what the cars are going to do. We have no tangible idea of whether, you know, the Mercedes engine is going to be a rocket ship or a cannonball. But let's throw up these predictions from what we
Let's
talked
do
about
it.
before and show the people who's got what list to start us off.
Let's see it. So we have Garrett. Do you want to take this, start this up?
All right, so let's start from the bottom and we'll go back and forth. We'll have both of our P22 all the way up.
Yeah,
Starting off in P22 because there are 22 drivers on the grid this year. Sorry, Esteban. I'm throwing Esteban Ocon at the bottom of the boat.
fair enough. And then I have our rookie, Arvid Lindblad. Not Spinblad. Sorry, that was a mistake. He might have spun out the car already. I don't know, but yeah, that's who I got.
I've got a little bit more mercy for Arvid, but not a whole lot. I'm putting him in P21. Arvid Lindblad, P21.
And then P21, I have Valtteri Bottas. And speaking nothing little of his experience, but we just got to roll with the Cadillac blow.
Ye hath little faith in the American brand. P20, I got Franco Colapinto.
Perfect. And then P20, I have Esteban Ocon.
P19, Gabby Bortoletto.
Damn, really, Gabby P19?
Hey, that Audi might be quick, but I'm throwing him in P19. Sorry, buddy.
And then P19 for me is got Franco Colapinto.
P18, we're going to Ollie Behrman. He's, you know, got the medals, but I don't think they've got the car under them yet this year.
Yeah, that's interesting. Like he really drove well this year. I think he's only gonna get better, no?
He'll get better. You've got him ranked a little bit higher, but I'm throwing him into the bottom of the bottom of the order for now.
Fair enough. And then P18 again, my little faith to Cadillac, American team using an Italian engine, Checo.
P17, Nico Hülkenberg.
Hülkenberg.
I think he's going to win a few points, but I don't think he's you know, bankrupting Audi this year. I think he's going to have a few under his belt, but he's not taking the lead by any means.
Oh, come on. If there's anything that motivates people, it's money. Like I think he's gonna be driving hard.
He'll give it a college try, but I think it'll be a college try,
Yeah.
not a
Yeah.
PhD try at this point.
Fair enough. And then 17, I got Gabby Bortoletto.
P16, the Canadian. May he rest in our thoughts. Lance Stroll.
No, no, he's gonna do better. As a Canadian podcast, we gotta give some love to our boy Lance. Come on now.
I know you've got him up in P9, but sorry, buddy. He's sitting in P16 for me.
Yo, God, I had to put him top 10. There's no way. My heart, my Canadian heart wasn't letting me go any lower.
It's going to
Or
be
maybe six.
a miss point for you, but that's okay. We'll come back to it. Who you got in P16?
Oh man. And then P16, I got Liam Lawson.
P15, Valtteri Bottas. I'm
There it
believing in
is.
Cadillac a little bit more than you are. I think they're going to come
Yeah,
in and perform it.
just a tad bit. That's okay. And then P15, I have Oliver Behrman.
P14, Liam Lawson. He's going to take that little Tonka truck of a car and he's going to put himself just outside the points.
You think the VCARB and they're gonna do good with the Ford engine? You think they're gonna pull that off?
They can do all right.
Yeah.
They can do all right.
P4.
Bottom of the middle pack.
Yeah, yeah, fair enough. P14, I got Nico Hülkenberg.
P13, Checo Perez.
And then I got P13, Pierre Gasly, who I think is gonna do well in the Alpine this coming year.
I thought pretty similarly. P12, Pierre Gasly for me, and you've got him lined up with one of the best of all time. So that's a statement.
Yeah, I've got him lined up with Lewis Hamilton at P12. And I brought this up to Garrett while we were doing this. I'm like, I got to P12, P13. I'm like, oh my God, I haven't even thought of Lewis Hamilton yet.
That
I don't know if that
Ferrari,
says something or
you're not putting high hopes in that Ferrari early on.
no.
P11, Alex Albon in the Williams.
And then we got P11, Isaac Hadjar,
I thought a little bit higher of Lewis. I put him in P10.
I mean, he's a seven-time world champion. He deserves to be a lot higher than P10, I feel like. I feel like P10 it says something again.
Must be the water. Must
Must
be
be
the
the
water.
water. Must be the water. P10, I have Alex Albon.
Eking out Lewis Hamilton on my list. I got Isaac Hadjar at P9. I think that Red Bull, again, I'm committed to it being a rocket ship, but he doesn't have the experience yet. He's putting it in P9.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a time for Isaac to do well, it's now. Like, if there's any second driver to Max to do well, it's now. So the opportunity is definitely there. For me, P9, you already said it. I'm wearing the jacket. I represent the colors. We got Lance Stroll, our Canadian boy. Let's go.
I got P8, the smooth operator himself, Carlos Sainz.
And I got Charles Banana Leclerc at P8.
I flipped that order. I got Charles coming in P7. I got him eking out Carlos. I think it's going to be, uh, you know, ex teammates close on the grid, but I think Charles is eking it out slightly. A little better
Yeah,
racecraft at this point.
fair enough. And I have, I guess, the other way around, Carlos Smooth Operator signs. And I just think I have to stick to my gut where I said Williams is going to beat out Ferrari. And this is that decision right there.
I've got your boy, Fernando Alonso, and he's going to come in P6. I think that Aston's going to put a car that's going to work, but I don't think they're eking out the big dogs.
Fair enough. That's a good guess. Just a
Wily old
wrong,
fox.
wrong,
He'll do what he can.
wrong place, but good guess. For P6, I got the young and Kimi Antonelli.
I got Kimmy in 5.
And then for 5, I've got Lando Norris.
and we're just going this track the rest of the way up. You've
Yeah,
got Lando in five, I've got Lando in four.
there you go. And I've got Oscar Pastry at P4.
I got Oscar Piastri in three.
P3 for me is Max Verstappen. Ooh.
And we both agreed P2, George Russell. We think he's pulling up the bootstraps this year. Uh, and, we just continue not to agree on this P1. Uh, I've got the GOAT, Max Verstappen, in P1. I think he's taking it this year. I'm committing to that, whether I see it in testing or not. I think that's going to be how it's going to go this year.
Yeah, and honestly, he is the GOAT. But I gotta give it, if there's one time I gotta show my colors, it's pre-testing, you know, predictions, and I gotta give it to Fernando. I think, he's the best at bringing the worst car to life, and he's shown it over and over again where he's given a car that is, below average or even garbage and he does something with it. And if Honda, Adrian, Aston Martin put something even slightly decent together, he's got the racecraft, he's got the experience, he's got the pace to pull through. So I got to give it to my boy, Fernando Alonso. I got to give it to him.
You're going with Fernando, even though that's going to lock you into eating that hot wing. Oh,
I will happily not, sorry, I will not happily eat the hot wing, but I will do it because I believe in Aston Martin.
well, that runs deep. That's exciting. Can't wait to see how this plays out and how good our completely uneducated pre-test predictions go. We're going to run these back once we see the teams shake out and once we see the teams test in Bahrain. But between now and when you hear us next, there's going to be a lot of cool stuff going down. We've got Mercedes, Ferrari, and Alpine all showing off their cars. And we're going to be halfway through the shakedown week where we're going to see a bunch of these cars, whether or not it's publicized, we're going to see these cars get out, put a few laps under their belts, test their reliability, and we're going to see what this looks like after the shakedown. From there, we'll be able to see, a couple more cars. We'll get to hear the engines on track and hopefully see a little bit more about the reliability. But it's gonna be exciting, buddy. We're getting that much closer.
Yeah, and I'm actually interested to see what the shakedown is even because like again, this is the first full F1 season that I'll be watching, so that all of this is completely new to me. And I guess a little bits about the shakedown is they're just testing out, I guess, the mechanical components of the car, eh? You can't drive over 200 kilometers per hour. You got to keep it within certain, I guess, parameters, as well as you can only participate 3 out of 5 shakedown days. Is that right, Garrett?
Yeah, I mean, it's really just the team's chance, as far as I understand it, to make sure that shit don't break. It's there to make sure that what they've built for the new regulation is safe.
Yeah.
To give the FIA a chance to run a little bit of data, and more than not, just a chance to get the cars out on track and make sure that what they've put in the simulator seems to be accurate. But we're not going to see the cars up at top speed. We're not going to have anything representative as far as data. And to your point, 3 out of 5 days, they can only run 3 out of those 5 days. So if they show up on day one, get one lap in and blow their engine and can't get back out there for the rest of the day, that counts. So reliability is going to be interesting early on. It'd be cool to see who's built, the tractor that runs for forever and who's built the glass cannon. And we'll see if any of these rumors kind of live up to the hype that they've had this whole time.
Yeah, let's see if that extra compression that they're getting actually shakes down and lasts this reliability test. Because, like you said, it could be a cannonball.
Could be a glass cannon. We'll see. You got anything else for today before we wrap this up?
No, I think we've nailed all of the topics, and we got through this pretty good.
Nice. Well, with that, a big thank you to everyone listening to the Cooldown Lap podcast number 2. And we'll be back for episode number 3 next week. But your host signing off today. Thanks for listening.
Yeah. And be sure to check us out. We are now on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music, YouTube. We're all there. So check out our link.
Joggy's been working hard in the background.
We've been
to
going at it.
Ground, so.
The reels are gonna keep coming. So stay tuned. And we're signing out on that.